Hello! I hope you're doing good today. I'm still a Christmas tree today. I hope you like it. I think the hat might fall off. I'll take that off. I've got another lovely story to read to you today from this lovely book called The Story Chest with 100 bedtime stories. And this one's called The Mice and the Christmas Tree. Now you shall hear the story about a family of mice who lived behind the larder wall. A larder is like a place in a kitchen that people used to have where you keep all the nice food. Every Christmas Eve, Mother Mouse and the children swept and dusted their whole house with their tails, and for a Christmas tree, Father Mouse decorated an old boot with the spider's web instead of tinsel. For Christmas presents, the children were each given a little nut, and Mother Mouse held up a piece of bacon fat for them all to sniff. After that, they danced round and round the boot and sang and played games till they were tired out. Then Father Mouse would say, "That's all for tonight. Time to go to bed." This is how it had been every Christmas, and that is how it was to be this year. The little mice held each other by the tail and danced around the boot, while Granny Mouse enjoyed all the fun from her rocking chair, which wasn't a rocking chair at all, but a small turnip. But when Father Mouse said, "That's all for tonight, time to go to bed," the children dropped each other's tails and shouted, "No, no!" "What's that?" said Father Mouse. "When I say it's time for bed, it's time for bed." "We don't want to go," cried the children, and hid behind Granny's turnip rocking chair. There's a picture here. It's of them all dancing round the boot, decorated with spiders' webs. "What's all this nonsense?" said Mother Mouse. "Christmas is over now, so off you go, the lot of you." "No, no!" wailed the children, and climbed onto Granny's knee. She hugged them all lovingly. "Why don't you want to go to bed, my little sugar lumps?" "Because we want to go upstairs to the big drawing room and dance around the proper Christmas tree," the eldest mouse child said. "You see, I've been peeking through a crack in the wall and I saw a huge Christmas tree with lots of lights on it." "We want to see the Christmas tree and all the lights too," shouted the other children. "But oh, the drawing room can be a very dangerous place for mice," said Granny. "Not when all the people have gone to bed," objected the eldest mouse child. "Oh, do let's go," they all pleaded. Mother and Father Mouse didn't know what to say, but they couldn't very well disappoint the children on Christmas Eve. "Perhaps we could take them up there for just a minute or two," suggested Mother Mouse. "Very well," said Father Mouse, "but follow me closely." So they set off. They tiptoed past 3 tins of herring, 2 large jars of honey, and a barrel of cider. "We have to go very carefully here," whispered Father Mouse, "not to knock over any bottles. Are you all right, Granny?" "Of course I'm all right," said Granny. "You just carry on. I haven't been up in the drawing room since I was a little mouse girl. It'll be fun to see it all again." "Mind the trap," said the eldest mouse child. "It's behind the sack of potatoes." "I know that," said Granny. "It's been there since I was a child. I'm not afraid of that." And she took a flying leap right over the trap and scuttled after the others up the wall. "What a lovely tree!" cried all the children when they peeked out of the hole by the drawing room fireplace. "But where are the lights? You said there'd be lots and lots of lights, didn't you? Didn't you?" the children shouted, crowding round the eldest one, who was quite sure there had been lights the day before. They all stood looking for a little while, and then suddenly a whole lot of coloured lights lit up the tree. Do you know what had happened? By accident, Granny had touched the electric switch by the fireplace. "Oh, how lovely!" they all exclaimed, and Father and Mother and Granny thought it was very nice too. They walked right round the tree, looking at the decorations, the little paper baskets, the glass balls, the glittering tinsel garlands. But the children found something even more exciting, a mechanical lorry. Of course, they couldn't wind it up themselves, but its young master had wound it up before he went to bed to be ready for him to play with in the morning. So when the mouse children clambered into it, it started off right away. "Children, children, you mustn't make such a noise," warned Mother Mouse. But the children didn't listen. They were having a wonderful time going round and round in the lorry. "As long as the cat doesn't come," Father Mouse said anxiously. He had hardly spoken before the cat walked silently through the open door. Father, Mother, and Granny Mouse all made a dash for the hole in the skirting, but the children were trapped in the lorry, which just went on going round and round and round. They had never been so scared in all their mouse lives. The cat crouched under the tree, and every time the lorry passed, she tried to tap it with her front paw, but it was going too fast, and she missed. Then the lorry started to slow down. "I think we'd better make a jump for it when we get up to the tree," said the eldest mouse. So when the lorry stopped, they all gave a big jump and landed in the branches of the tree. One hid in a paper basket, another behind a bulb, which nearly burned him. A third swung on a glass ball, and a fourth rolled himself up in some cotton wool. But where was the eldest mouse? Oh yes, he had climbed right to the top and was balancing next to the star and shouting at the cat, "Silly, silly cat, you can't catch us, we're much too fast, silly, silly cat." The cat pretended not to hear the little mouse. She sharpened her claws on the lorry. "I'm not interested in catching mice tonight," she said, as if to herself. "I've been waiting for a chance to play with this lorry all day." "Pooh, that's just a story," said the eldest, who was also the bravest. "You'd catch us quick enough if we came down." "No, I wouldn't, not on Christmas Eve," said the cat. And she kept to her word. When they did come all timidly down, she never moved and said, "Hurry back to your hole, children. Christmas Eve is the one night where I'm kind to little mice. But woe betide if I catch you tomorrow morning." The little mice pelted through that hole and never stopped running till they got to their home behind the larder wall. There were Father and Mother and Granny Mouse, waiting in fear and trembling to know what had happened to them. Here's a picture of the cat underneath the tree and the little lorry. And here are the mice running so fast back to their hole in the larder wall. When Mother Mouse heard their story, she said, "You must promise me, children, never go to the drawing room again." "We promise, we promise," they all shouted together. And she made them say after her the mouse law, which they'd all been taught when they were tiny. "We promise to always obey our parents dear in every way, to wipe our feet upon the mat, and never, never cheek the cat. And remember too the awful danger of taking money from a stranger. We will not go off on our own to give our mother cause to moan. Odd bits of cheese and bacon scraps are almost certain to be traps. So we must look for bigger things like loaves and cakes and donut rings. And if these rules we still obey, we'll live to run another day." I hope you like that one, all about the little mice and the Christmas tree, from this lovely book. Have a lovely day.